Good evening. This is Hibiscus Society News. I'm Benjamin Hawk. Well, January 17th, 2021. Fire and brimstone and storming of the Capitals. It was tragic. It was horrible. It was nothing. Nothing happened. It was a peaceful rally. The FBI said that we were going to storm the Capitals and we were going to take over the government and overthrow our state governments. And guess what? Nothing happened. Peaceful rallies. Texas, Ohio, North Carolina, Virginia. All peaceful. All peaceful. Other states included. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. All peaceful. Not a car flipped. Not a window broken. Not a fist thrown. Nothing happened. Except a shit ton of media fucking showed up. And it was sweet because we were able to get out there and spread the message of freedom and liberty freely. So I just want to take the opportunity in the moment to say thank you, FBI. Thank you so much for drumming up so much hysteria and fear about our event that had absolutely nothing to do with the 6th, but you made it sound like it did, so it freaked everyone the fuck out, so the media showed up expecting to see like some sort of civil war beginning, and nothing happened except a bunch of freedom and liberty, so thank you! Thank you! Thank you so much! You set back the domestic intelligence community back 10 years and your credibility even further. You morons fucking helped us out so much. We appreciate it because we were able to actually get out our point of view and our narrative that has been twisted and construed by the media for the last year. And like, it was great because I mean, like, I don't know about other states. I've looked through the news stories and I mean, Ohio boys were, they're on CNN, they're on Huffington Post, I got interviewed by New York Post, I got interviewed by NBC, ABC, CBS, I got interviewed by Telemundo, for fuck's sake. I got on Spanish programming. My picture got on the New York Times website, CNN. We got guys from all different groups in Texas, like they're, multiple guys are quoted, and we're all saying the same thing, like, we're here for peace, we're here to protect our rights, don't tread on us, it's time, we got the word out, and it was great, it was awesome, and it was just a very chill event, and it's like, and it was able to change the script being told about our movement, and it was awesome. It was awesome, and I mean, they were hoping. I know they were hoping. When I gave a speech in Austin about it, and they were just like, oh well, what about Trump? I'm like, fuck Trump, fuck Biden. We have no stake in this. Like, this isn't about the election. This is about our God-given rights. And they all kind of, you can tell the reporters all kind of went, oh, like the sigh was like, oh, they were hoping for some sort of conflict, because so they can sell airtime. That's their main job, is to sell airtime. They sell advertisement. So if they get a good news story out there, they can sell airtime and make millions and millions of dollars off of tragedy and suffering and war. That's their fucking job. That was my job when I was a news reporter for 6 years at a local radio station. So, I know the game. So that's what they do. So, but no, it was great. It was great seeing all these different guys speak up. It was great hearing the same message being sent across the entire country of, these are our rights. We will not tolerate you coming for our rights. It was like just like a so say we all moment. Like, it was just like, oh, like awesomeness. And then us in Texas, like, as soon as we were done, we went and got tacos. Like, nothing says peaceful rally like tacos. And Austin, I've never been to. That was the first time I've ever been to Austin. And your tacos, you got some good tacos. Those are the best tacos I've ever had ever. And I've been to Mexico, and I've had tacos in Mexico, and those Austin tacos are better than Mexico tacos. So like, you're on it. And you can't tell by my stature, I've had quite a few tacos in my life. So now we've got the inauguration. So now that we've had so now the mainstream media's now had to backpedal since nothing happened on the 17th. The mainstream media had to backpedal, so now they had to go through and talk about. Now they're like, oh, the military personnel now we have to vet. They had to be vetted because they have to be loyal to Biden. Otherwise, they might try to have a coup against and overthrow Biden at the inauguration. So then the FBI started, fucking vetting all the National Guard troops that were sent out to basically babysit the inauguration. And guess what happened at the inauguration? Nothing. Which is funny because who was the commander-in-chief that sent the National Guard to protect Biden and the inauguration? Who was the commander-in-chief? It was Trump. So Trump ordered the troops to go, because Trump's the only one who can order. He's the commander-in-chief of the military. So he's the only one that can order the troops to do that. But to protect Biden and the inauguration. But, of course, nothing happened because our troops are loyal to democracy. Our troops are loyal to the will of the people. They're loyal, they're not going to just fucking go up and be like, I want Trump, and fucking do something stupid. They're not going to do that. So, once again, FBI, mainstream media, will throw some fucking bullshit story to make everybody scared of something, and nothing happened. Biden got inaugurated in what looks, in great honestly, I'm going to be honest, it was great dictatorship fashion. I mean, what leader gets inaugurated surrounded by armed troops who are vetted and proven to be loyal to you? Every dictator in the history of ever. I'm not saying Biden's a dictator. I'm just saying it looks really, really, really bad. Nobody's saying it, because I know they're all scared to say it, but I give no fucks, because I'm just a YouTube nobody, so I'm just going to say it. Yes, that's very dictator-like. Especially since now we've got mainstream media, we've got the big tech company. We don't have the government silencing people, but now we have the big tech companies silencing people, and it's like dictators don't everybody's like, oh, Trump's he's going out like a deposed dictator. No, he's not. Dictators don't get silenced. Dictators usually off themselves or some shit, or get hung in Central Square by the people who deposed him, by the actual resistance. I'm just saying, it looks really, really, really bad to be surrounded by military troops and 8-foot tall steel fencing, and the people can't even go and enjoy you won the majority, you won the popular vote, you won the popular vote, you won the electoral college, you won all this shit. You got, 82 million fucking votes. You potentially have 82 million people who want to see your inauguration in person that would potentially probably take a bullet for you and wouldn't let anything bad happen to you because they voted for you, but you're not going to let any of them in to see your inauguration in person at all because, a couple hundred asshole Trump supporters fucking went stupid and... Yeah. Okay. Let fear dictate your fucking judgment. That's a good sign of a leader. Let fear make your judgments. Oh, so now we got that. And now Biden's gone through and done couple dozen fucking executive orders. He has now killed the XL pipeline, so bye-bye 50,000 jobs. Which also steamrolls into bye-bye, energy independence from foreign oil, bye-bye refinery jobs, bye-bye, it steamrolls. So in one fell swoop with the pen, he's probably killed 100,000 jobs in one sector. He's already making moves to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, which I know some people are like, hey, that's a good thing. Well, it is, except that it drives the cost of everything up. It drives the cost, when it costs more to produce, it costs more. When you raise the cost of labor, it raises the cost to produce goods, which then drives the cost of the goods up. So it causes inflation. Also, that if the cost of labor, if I can buy a robot for this amount that's less expensive than hiring a person, I'm going to buy a robot to do the person's job. Because the robot can do more work, faster work, better work than a person, because there's less error with a robot. So now I just cost more jobs. Small businesses are going to suffer because they can't, they'll have to hire less staff. It's a chain roll effect when you do that kind of shit. And during a pandemic is not really the time to do that because people are suffering trying to find work, and you're gonna do something like this right now? Like, come on, man! Like, it's not the time. But he's going through, and he put us back in the Paris Climate Accords, put us back in the World Health Organization. Which those not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. It is what it is. It's just I'm more worried. I'm just some of these foreign policies that he's bringing back in stifled our economy, and I'm worried. I'm really, really worried about people who work in anything that's in the transportation industry, anything that's in the, and that's funny too because they just put Pete Buttigieg. I can't pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Buttigieg, Buttigieg. The guy who was running for president. He ran in the primary against Biden. So Biden turned around, with the quid pro quo. Hey, give me your primary votes, and I'll give you a cabinet position when I get elected president. So now he's the transportation secretary. Now. I got a question. Now keep in mind I know a little bit about transportation. I know about trucks and DOT inspections and truck driving, and I got friends in the truck driving industry, so I know a little bit. What the fuck does a mayor know about fucking transportation? Does he know how to do a DOT inspection? Does he know how to when a airplane is required to be taken apart for a full blown inspection? Does he know anything about the NTSB? Does he know anything about FHWA? Nothing, anything? And we're going to put this dipshit in charge of our country's fucking transportation. Our entire country's transportation. I nothing against him. Other than, is he qualified to run the department he's being put in charge of? I'd rather take a truck driver, because at least he knows something about transportation. A bus driver, for fuck's sake. A school bus driver. I'll take a school bus driver over a fucking mayor, because at least they know something about transportation. What the fuck does a mayor know about transportation? Like, well, I know the bus schedule for fucking Route 9 in fucking Topeka, Kansas. Well, that's fucking great. That's fucking great. What do you know? What do you know about fucking air control towers in fucking, what the fuck? I'm not qualified because I don't even know anything about fucking airplanes. But you're going to put this dipshit in front of charge of fucking everything, in charge of fucking transportation. What the fuck does he know? Oh, I guess he'll just fucking learn them while he's fucking going along. Humdinger. Alright, good job, Biden. At least his defense secretary pick is a guy from the military. And he recently got out, and they gave him the waiver. I can't remember his name, because I didn't research shit. Because I've been fucking busy. At least he's from the military, so he's got defense experience. That's a good pick. I'm cool with that pick. But you know, when you do this quid pro quo shit, like, hey, you gave me all your primary votes so I could beat Bernie Sanders and steal this election, this primary election from him, and I'll give you a cabinet position. I got a problem with that. You know, so I'm waiting to see what his other fucking cabinet picks are going to be and what kind of laugh fucking riot that shit's going to fucking be. It's going to be entertaining. So, stay tuned. Oh man. So, but that's, so, you know, just, you know, like I said, man, we just gotta, you know, my two cents on this is just fucking stay the course, stay alert, and get the word out there. Like, just, you know, get people aware, like, hey, they're coming, they're trying to silence opposition. I mean, shit, they called libertarians domestic terrorists. What the fuck is up with that? Like, really? You know who tries to quash fucking political dissidents, political opposition? Tyrants. And dictators and fascists. That's who fucking does. That's the only group of people that do that. And it's hilarious that, like, they're fucking, like, it's hilarious because it's like the extreme right acts like a bunch of fascists. The extreme left acts like a bunch of fascists. They're both fucking fascists. And they're both fucking acting like, I mean, one's fucking nationalist, and one's fucking, and wielding nationalism like a club. And the other one is wielding diversity like a club. Now, nationalism and diversity are two things that, in moderation, are not bad things. It's not a bad thing to be diverse. It's not a bad thing to have some national pride. It's not, neither thing is in moderate amounts. Small amount. Now, you do too much of one thing, then you become intolerant, and then it becomes a negative, and it becomes a bad thing. And when you wield it like a club, you become a fascist. You become a totalitarian. And that's where we're at. The far right is a totalitarian nationalist. The far left is a totalitarian diversification. Is a diverse totalitarian. And you can't be extreme. You shouldn't be extreme on either one. You have to be moderate. You have to have moderation on both to be progressive. And progressive is actually like the modern day is the moderate. You need to be progressive. I mean that's how you live in peace. You know, that's where you're like, hey, you know what? I respect your right to fucking say what you're gonna say. You respect my right to say what I'm going to say, and we don't have an issue. Now, obviously, if you're going to run around saying a bunch of racist bullshit, yeah, you should get punched in the fucking face. If you're going to go around and fucking torch a bunch of fucking buildings because you want to act like it's the night of 1,000 knives and act like a fucking, you know, pull some Antifa shit and act like a fucking, I mean, that's literally what fucking Nazi fascists did, is torched a fucking bunch of fucking buildings that belong to certain political groups and religious groups. That's literally what they fucking did. You should be fucking arrested and go to fucking prison. I'm just saying. Can't we just meet in the middle? Like that, like the majority of Americans just want to meet in the middle. Majority of Americans just want to be left the fuck alone. We don't want to pick sides. There are no sides. We're all American here. Like it or hate it. Like honestly, if you hate America so much, fucking leave. If you want to change America and make it better, do the right thing without destroying your own fucking neighborhood, without destroying your city, without destroying your country. It can be done. You can get the word out and do it peacefully. I don't know. I'm Benjamin Hawk. It's Hibiscus Society News. Good night.